Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
We're going to 53.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
We're going to 53. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. We're going to 54, going to 54. Line in.
Prescott off play action. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Jackson, option right. And he's got some space here. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting him.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one 28 yards on the ground. To throw is Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of the... And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big.
It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
46. Under. Check 46.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Strict that ball. Here we go, 46.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Cooper again the target, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go, get out there. Mike 48.
You ain't doing nothing today.
We're going to 53. 26.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Check. Check out. Hey, kill. 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, his second sack of the night. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gun. Check, 48's the mic. Oh, you got deep? 48's the mic. 26.
Here's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Russell. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50, the 40. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Jihad Ward in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Running with Elliott. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson now. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it with the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown. 50 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
47.
Again, it's Elliott. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action now, Prescott. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
40. Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Going to 54, going to 54, line in.
Off the play fake, Prescott letting one fly deep, and for a 3rd time tonight he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Jackson, option right. And he will will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Jackson, option right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And, you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play, doesn't it?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. 47. Under. You ready? 48's the mic. I got him.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Show it up. Show it up. We're going to 54 here.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Cooper was the intended target.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He sets to... He's got him in. Complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand. Her top don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. No. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown.
They check second to 10.
Hey.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping 'cause
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Get the flag. Hey, let's get in that hole.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson, option right. He'll have a first down past the 40.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Sack, baby.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Jackson, option right. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And, right away, he lost the football. And this will go out of bounds, and they're still short of the line to gain, so this is going to be a turnover on downs here. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Check. 124. Slam. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 24.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and very short, Watson rolling to his right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Watson on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right, and that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fairbairn able to to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to find his tight end Boyle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Jackson, option right. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the 3/4 pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get to thank our NFL reporter, Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport. It is the quarter pole, right? What are they headed for the home stretch, is what he also said about it. I can't wait to see how this thing ends.
Well, we got New England and Baltimore, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, Seattle and New Orleans in the NFC. You think it stays that way at the end?
I think it's going to be a heck of a battle. I think Baltimore, yes. New England's going to get a battle from Buffalo, but I think they're going to stay in the spot. Seattle, they're going to battle San Francisco. They're just going to trade it back and forth, and it's going to come down to Week 17, I believe, to decide that one. And New Orleans, yes, they will retain a top 2 spot.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Check. Lucky. 26.
Watson just beating the play clock. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And some room. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 66 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Next to score, Texans 10, Ravens nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.